everyone, and welcome to a new school year at Our Lady Queen of Heaven School. I am Miss Shelley Bruley, the principal. I am grateful and excited to work with you and your children this year. During this orientation video, Mrs. Kuhn, our school social worker, Mrs. Zacher, our school administrative assistant, and I will be highlighting some important Our Lady Queen of Heaven School information. Additionally, you will be receiving a copy of our K-5 school handbook during our Royal Roundup on August 28th. Much of the information presented in this orientation video can also be found in the handbook. You are encouraged to take the time to read over the Our Lady Queen of Heaven handbook to familiarize yourself with the expectations of our school and that of Assumption Catholic Schools. I'd like to share with you our mission statement here at Assumption Catholic Schools, and our mission statement is to inspire excellence and personal growth grounded in Catholic principles and traditions. And I wanted to share this with you because I want you all to know that our mission statement represents the heart of who we are. It represents our purpose, and we do use it as a guide in our decision making throughout the school year. Let's take a moment to talk about the beginning of the school day. You may drop your students off beginning at 8:15 a.m. They will gather in the playground, weather permitting. We do offer breakfast. Breakfast will be served at 8:25. A bell will ring, and students who wish to partake of breakfast will head inside and get their breakfast. Our school day officially begins at 8:35 a.m. We will gather outside. The students will form lines, and we will say the prayer and pledge and begin our school day together. I wanted to take a moment just to highlight a couple of hot lunch pieces of information about our hot lunch program. You all received a free and reduced hot lunch form in your July family mailing, so we highly encourage you to fill that out and return that to the office, please, as soon as possible. And also just to reiterate that money for our hot lunch program needs to be deposited electronically through your family fax account. On to the end of our school day. Our school day ends at 3:35 p.m. Students who are going to childcare or who are taking buses will report to their assigned areas. Those who are being picked up by parents will be escorted outside, and they will wait in line and be walked to their vehicle by a staff member at the appropriate time. For the safety of our students, parents and guardians are asked to please stay in your vehicle during our pickup line procedure and just wait in the queue instead of finding a parking space and walking between cars to pick up your student. So our pickup line is from car only. Behind me, you will see a map that highlights our pickup procedure. So you can see number 1, we ask that you enter the parking lot from 10th Avenue. Number 2 shows you, asking you to proceed through the car line onto Clark Street. Point 3 on the map asks you to turn left into the parking lot from Clark Street. Number 4 has you joining the line of cars, and we just ask that you pull forward as you are able until you reach the edge of the island where a staff member will be escorting your child to the car. Father Guanella, our parish priest, asks that you please be considerate and not block the driveway from the rectory garage in case that he would need to get out. Thank you. Before and after school care is offered here at Our Lady Queen of Heaven daily from 7 a.m. to 8:15, as well as 3:35 to 5:30 p.m. There is an hourly cost for this service, and it is billed weekly. So you'll receive a bill weekly. You'll notice it on your fax account for the times you used aftercare. For the safety of our staff and students, we also have electronic swipe key cards that are needed to enter our building in order to access before and after care. You can pick up your key cards in the OLQH main office once you've submitted the form that was included in your July mailing as well as emailed to you. Once you submit the form, we will get the key cards ready and made for you and have them waiting for you to pick up starting on August 28th. Now on to another school topic, just a brief review of attendance and attendance requirements. I just want to remind you that the state of Wisconsin law allows for a maximum of 10 days absent for the entire school year. Frequent absences can have a negative impact on your child's success in school, so we ask that you please make sure your child arrives to school on time and is able to stay for the duration of the day. If your child is absent more than the 10 days that the law allows, We will then be needing documentation, professional documentation, in order to excuse the absence. Dress code, let's talk about dress code next. Dress code information was sent home in your July mailing, but just wanted to highlight for you a couple of pieces of information. We do have Mass on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. Students may wear their dress code clothes or dress up in clothing that would be suitable for Sunday Mass. All parents, families are welcome to attend Mass with us as with our school community. A couple other highlights then here of our dress code. Please note that the shirts our children wear have to have collars, and they are red, white, or navy colors are acceptable here. The bottoms that they wear are navy and or khaki tan. Solid colored leggings need to be worn here by our girls when they wear skirts or jumpers, or if they're going to wear leggings, they need to make sure that they are wearing an appropriate length shirt as well, and you can see information about that on the slide behind me. Sweatshirts are allowed and encouraged. Sweatshirts, pull zipper hoods. It gets a little cold here. The air conditioning is running through the warm days, and it's still a little chilly. In the winter it's a little chilly, so a lot of times the sweatshirt is really helpful. And those we ask that to be solid colored: navy, royal blue, red, white. If they have an Assumption logo, that's great, but the other sweatshirts with other logos are not allowed for our dress code. So no Nike sweatshirts, no Under Armour, just plain or Assumption Catholic Schools related. And shorts may be worn here in the months of September and October, as well as April and May, and they do follow the same colors as our dress code bottoms, so navy or khaki tan shorts, please. Next up in the video will be Mrs. Kuhn, our school social worker, and she will be highlighting some other important information and facts about our school. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Kuhn. I'm the school social worker here at Our Lady Queen of Heaven, and I want to welcome you to a great school year. Teachers and staff here work very hard to make sure the child is meeting the highest academic and social standards. As a school social worker, I'm available to all families in grades kindergarten through 5th grade, and I split my time between Our Lady Queen of Heaven and St. Vincent de Paul schools. Please reach out to me in person, by email, or phone for any questions or concerns that you may have during the school year about your child's academic, social, or emotional support they may need, or extra attention you feel might be needed in the classroom. I'm also available to set up individual appointments with you as parents and with your student to talk about other information and resources you may need. We are committed to creating a safe, Catholic-centered learning environment for all students and families, and we see parents as an important role in our school year's success. So let's get started on a few more topics that you may be interested in knowing about before the school year begins. Lunch, snack, and water bottles. Staggered lunch times are with the teacher with supervision. Each grade level gets their own recess and lunch time. Please be sure your homeroom teacher in the office is aware of any food allergies or special diets. Late morning and afternoon snack is offered for each grade level. The option of milk, chocolate, and white is available, or the student can bring their personal water bottle. Water bottles are acceptable in the classroom as well as during Phi-Ed. Please ensure a tight cover to avoid spilling, and have the student bring a water bottle every day. There's a water bottle filling station on each level of the building. Outdoor and recess attire. No coat is required if it is above 60 degrees. It is a good idea to have a sweatshirt in your child's backpack because the mornings can be quite cool. Every student must have long sleeves or a sweatshirt for recess if it's between 50 and 60 degrees. Please have your child bring the appropriate outerwear each day. Label clothes if necessary. In the fall, they will need a coat, hat, and gloves. In the winter, we especially need all their winter wear: coat, hat, gloves, snow pants, boots. This is very important so they're prepared. If proper attire is not brought for the day, the child's recess will be what we call blacktop only, and unfortunately they'll have to stay on the blacktop the entire time. Please practice with your child to be able to independently zip their own jacket, put on their gloves and hat, and be able to get ready for the outdoors. This is really helpful and time saving if they can do this on their own. We also request that you bring an extra set of clothes in a gallon Ziploc bag and we'll store it in your child's locker. This is for any accidents or spills during the day. Academic support here at Our Lady Queen of Heaven. There are times when the students need additional support in the classroom. Mrs. Maddox is our intervention teacher, and she'll work with specific students on focus skills to try to meet grade level expectations for all students. We also need help in home collaboration to getting students organized, as well as mastery in their reading and math skills. So please continue to work with your child every night on reading and math. In 1st and 2nd grade, they need to know their math facts, addition, subtraction. It'd be great if you had some flashcards to help them and work with them in some math games. Also, number recognition in kindergarten all the way to 100. It's great to practice this every day. Read to, read with, or have your child read a book every day. A book is sent home in the child's backpack, and so you always have something to read. We also have library once a week where the students can check out books from our school library. You can also foster good reading habits with your child by reading to them or going to the Macmillan Library. They have a great selection of children's books there too. For more reading and resource ideas, please contact your homeroom teacher for the specific reading skills and on their level. OLQH is able to offer additional services to students who meet certain qualifications for additional tutoring, reading support one-on-one, or speech therapy services. If you have a concern about your child's abilities in reading, writing, math, or speech, please contact me or Mrs. Maddox for further assessments and resources. Your child's growth and development is tracked throughout the year. All students will complete a Renaissance Star Reading and Math Assessment to monitor progress. As the parent, you will receive the results of the assessment 3 times a year and will have an opportunity to discuss with your teacher the progress that your child is making to make sure that they are meeting their math and grade expectations. If you have any questions about assessments, please reach out to me or Mrs. Maddox, our interventionist, or even your homeroom teacher. Social support. An important part of your child's growth throughout the year is emotional and social support. The research-based intervention of social-emotional learning through the Second Step program is implemented in all 3 grade levels at Our Lady Queen of Heaven. As the school social worker, I'll be teaching the social-emotional units in the classroom twice a month, focusing on emotional identification control, empathy, and problem-solving skills. Secondly, there's an opportunity for 1st and 2nd grade students to participate in specific small group work during lunch, often called lunch bunch, and we focus on skill building and strategies related to personal worries and anxiety, problem solving, and positive friendship building. And finally, one-on-one counseling and goal setting is provided to students who have immediate needs in specific life transitions. So please reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns about possible referrals for your child or their specific needs. Now let's talk a little bit about communication. Please communicate with us, with the teacher, the office, myself, the before and after care, even the bus company. We really need to know where your child is and what their needs are so they can have a great day. Please call the office. You can email the teacher, main office, principal, or myself, and any concerns you might have about the upcoming school day or school week. Also, please make sure you always look at our Lady Queen of Heaven newsletters that come out every Friday. There's so much information in there, and we want to make sure that you're up to date on all the news coming home and that is happening at school. Check your student's backpack for notes from the teacher or things about your child's work. And in 2nd grade, make sure parents you're looking at and signing the student's planner. We want your child to have a great day at school, filled with fun and learning, but we only can do that if we know all the details. Are they getting picked up late? Do they need to go to the aftercare? Did they get a little sleep last night and they might be a little groggy this morning? Do they wear glasses? Were they upset with a friend? Is there something that we might need to do here at school to make sure that they have the best day possible? Bullying prevention. We have a program called Second Step Bullying Prevention. All staff complete an online training and students have 4 classroom lessons and learn the 3 R's: recognize, refuse, and report bullying. We also talk about the importance of bystander power. Bullying behavior reports can be made through referrals by parents or by students. Miss Bruley, the principal, and I will take care of each referral if necessary. Reports will be investigated and followed up. We also use a buddy system, safe places, as long as adults supported in the building too. We do continued follow-up with students and family to make sure that everyone has the best day possible and the best learning environment here at Our Lady. And the Rapids Family Backpack Program. There's a special program here that is available to all families in kindergarten through 5th grade. It's a free community program open to all families who might be struggling to make ends meet, or there are some financial constraints at home and they could really use an extra meal sent home. A family meal can be sent home in a backpack on Fridays with the student. Then you return the backpack on Monday and it will be refilled again the following Friday. You can start and stop this program at any time, and you can just fill out an application and return it to the front office, and I will work with getting together with you via email on starting the program. Again, thank you so much for everything you do for Our Lady Queen of Heaven and all the students, because we're going to have a great school year this year. All right, now I'll pass it over to Mrs. Zacher.
My name is Mrs. Zacher. I am the administrative assistant at OLQH. My job is really a little bit of everything, but mostly it is to help you and to be kind of a in between you and the school. So if you have any questions or any forms or anything to hand in the office, I am the person you see. Most importantly, if your child is going to be absent from school, please email me and your child's teacher. That way we both have a copy of the email and we're both on the same page. So preferably send me an email versus a phone call, so I know if your child is going to be sick or even late from school. If your child is going to be late or you're picking him or her up early, please come into the office and sign them out. I have a form on my desk. We just need a time and your name and your child's name so that we have a record of who is coming and going from the school. Monies. I can take lunch money, or if even you have money that has to go to a different school, I can take that and get it to where you need to go, but just please make sure it's labeled with your name and what it is for. There's many times I get money in the office that's not labeled, and sometimes it's hard to track it down, who it's from and what it's for. Again, any other forms that you need to hand in, I can take them, and if I need them, I'll put them where they need to go. Otherwise, I can get them to any other school in our system. Communication. So you will receive, I try to limit it to once a week. One email from me on Fridays, and that just kind of recaps the week and includes any other important information that might be coming up. It's gonna have many attachments, including the newsletter, any other forms that you need to see, but also a copy of the newsletter, and all those forms will be sent home in what we call our Friday folder. So every Friday your child will bring home a folder, and it has a copy of all those forms, the newsletter, and anything else you might need from the school. If you have any questions, just don't hesitate to call me or pop in the office. If I don't know the answer, I most likely can find it for you. We have many volunteer opportunities at school, and we love to have you involved, and we love to have people in the school. So one of the biggest things are we need lunchroom supervisors and reading group people to help lead our reading groups. So there's also opportunities for working one-on-one with children, recess supervision, classroom field trips, and that's just to name a few. So if you think you're going to be interested in volunteering, or if you have the time, stop in to see me. We have special forms that you will need to fill out, including a background check and just forms that need to be completed through the diocese, but we can get those forms to you, and you can be cleared to volunteer usually within a few weeks. If there's a field trip coming up, like say next week that you want to volunteer for, chances are if you don't have the forms filled out, it might be a bit too late. So again, if you think you're going to volunteer at any point during the school year, just maybe fill out those forms right away so they're ready to go in the office. Finally, as you know, there is a dress code for the school, and sometimes to get your children prepared for the year can be a little bit expensive. So the Royal Parents is hosting a used clothing sale on Monday, August 28th. That's the night of our Little Royalist Roundup. It's going to be at our school in room 101 from 4 to 6 p.m. So if you want to stock up on uniform clothes, come on over and see what they have to offer. So this concludes our orientation video. Please make sure to fill out our Google form to verify that you have watched it, and submit that by August 30th, please. August 30th is our first day of school, so we would like to make sure you have watched it by then. Thank you, and we hope you have a great school year.